Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. Let's continue the JavaScript and CSS tips and tricks tutorial series. Now in this video tutorial, I will explain how to create a launching page very soon using a JavaScript and CSS tag. So let's start the tutorial. And here we got the final output of our application. Notice the launching soon web page. Notice the background color is as some animation here. The keyframes is changing different colors, as well as if you notice in the span also the animation is changing the span colors also. See, and the launching soon, the date we have added on this is the date. What is the date? This is the date we have added. So from that date to the current date, it calculated 56 days, 18 hours, 23 minutes and 34 seconds. We are launching a new stunning website. For this video tutorial, I am using Visual Studio Code. First, let's open our folder, which is the JavaScript-tutorials. And here it is, our folder is added to the VS Explorer. Let me expand this folder. Now inside this folder, I will add one new HTML file called launching website or page soon.htm. And here we got the newly created HTML file is open. Now let me minimize this VS Explorer, as well as I'm closing this welcome page. Now it's time to write the coding part. First, let's add the doc type HTML. I'm closing the HTML element. After that, I'm adding the header section. Below the header section, I'm adding the body element. And the body element, I'm adding one div container. This div container is a class. I'm adding one class is called, let's add the container. The div name, class name is a div container h1. Launching soon. Then I'm adding one horizontal line. After that, I'm adding some simple message. Very soon we are launching. We are launching a new stunning website. Or you can add website, a page, something. Let's say I'm adding the website. Now here I'm adding. Now we require here one div container to count down the launching date from today's date. So for that I'm using one div container. In this div container I am adding id is equals to countdown. That's it. And what else we require? Now we require the JavaScript functionality. So here only we'll write the JavaScript. First, script is equals to script tag. We'll add the script tag. Now first, in the script, the initial thing we require the launching date. So I'm adding a constant launch date. Launch date is equals to, I'm creating an object new date method. In this date method, first I'm adding the format year, month and date. So this is the date I want to launch. After that, now we need to calculate the launching date with the current date and current hours, current minutes and current seconds. So for that I'm adding one function. I'm creating one function, get remaining time to launch, constant. Now I'm creating an object, date object, new date class, get time. Now we require the time here, time. And constant, the time left. I want to display the time left the number of days, number of hours, number of minutes, and number of seconds. Time left is equals to launch date. This launch date minus now. Now is what? This is the now I am adding here. Now let's calculate the number of days, minutes, hours, and seconds. So for that, constant days is equals to math.floor. Here I am calculating the date with milliseconds. So the time left I am dividing by time left milliseconds into 60 into 60 seconds, minutes, in 24 hours. Now we require the hours. Hours is equals to math is a capital, M is capital here because it's a 3 different keywords. Math.floor. Now here the time left percentage, here also I am adding milliseconds, 1000 into 60 into 60 into in hours, 24 hours, and divided by, here I am adding 1000 into 60 into 60. 1000 into 60 into, yeah, that's it. Now constant minutes is equals to math.floor function time left percentage 1000 into, this is the minutes into seconds. We don't require the hours here. Hours, so divided by 1000, this is the divided by milliseconds. I am counting with 1000 into 60. The floor, everything comes here. Now constant seconds is equals to math.floor time left percentage. Now we require, I am multiplying into 60 seconds divided by 1000 time left, the whole thing. Yeah. Now if you notice here, I have added 1000 into 60 into 60 into 24. I am calculating the time with milliseconds. Then we need to return. What? Days, hours, minutes, and seconds. That's it. To get the remaining time. Now we need to update that time of every second. So again I am adding one more function to update the countdown time. Update countdown constant. Let's add the countdown element here. It's a variable document document dot get element by id. I want to update the time, the remaining time in this countdown div. The launching countdown starts in this div container only, no? So I am adding this id of the div. So constant, the days, months we are getting from here. Days, we need to update the days, hours, minutes, seconds, seconds is equals to get remaining time, the time we are getting from here. So this method I am adding, get remaining time. After that, let's add the constant, not the constant, countdown element. Countdown element we need to update, which is the inner HTML is equals to. Now here, what I am adding, I want to display, I am creating a new span tag here. Span tags to display the update time in this div. So we need to add the backtick mark. We need to add the backtick. Let's close this one also. Backtick. Inside this backtick, notice this is not the backward slash. It's a backtick. Let's add the span element. In this span element, I am closing the span. The days I want to display. Let's add the class is equals to countdown item. The days we are getting from dollar between curly brackets. The days we are getting from this element, return days, no, days, get the days. That's it. Now at the same time we require the hours, months and hours, minutes and seconds also. This one capital H, which contains hours, and this one minutes. Minutes will display in the minutes, and seconds display in seconds. And now what I'm doing, I don't change any class names here in the span tag. If the launching date is zeros, suppose the number of days is 0, number of hours is 0, number of minutes is 0 and seconds also 0, I want to display the message we are in live. So if days triple equals to 0 and let's give some space here, hours triple equals to 0 and minutes triple equals to 0, and we require the seconds triple equals to 0. Let's clear interval, and here now the clear interval I am adding countdown interval. That's it. This countdown interval will add every second, it will update. So here the countdown interval. Now countdown element I want to display inner HTML, then we got all the zeros. Instead of displaying the time, I want to display our website is live. It's live, and this closing bracket is if condition, and this one is for this one. So we need to update the time every second. So this is very important. So update countdown, this function we need to update here. Update countdown constant countdown interval is equals to set interval. The set interval every handles the update the time. Set interval, we can set the time of every second. Here I am setting update this function I am adding here. Update countdown 1000 means 1000 milliseconds is equals to 1 second. So every 1 second I will need to update. Set interval update. That's it. We need to that's it. We have done the JavaScript. Now we need to require let me check once again hours minutes. I think everything is correct. Only if anything wrong, we'll come back and we'll change everything. So now we require the styles. So let's add the style. The first style, I'm adding the body. The body here, the background color I'm adding. The background, I'm adding some animation to the background, so it looks very catchy. Gradient, 45 degrees. Let's add the 45 degrees. And some colors I'm adding here: red, black, blue, and yellow. Some yellow. So we add instead of this blue, we add this blue and red, and this red. If anything the styles doesn't look good, we'll come back and change as usual. Background size. Background size I'm adding 400% and 400%. Now here the animation, gradient animation. This gradient animation will set to the keyframes. So every 10 seconds is infinity. It's an infinity loop every second. That's it. Now we require this gradient animation keyframes at gradient animation. This gradient animation. Copy this one. Gradient animation. Now the animation is every 10 seconds I want to change the colors. These background colors will scroll top to sideways 45 degrees. Here I have added in the 45 degrees. The colors will scroll of every 10 seconds. It's an infinity loop. So here the 0% first, second one 50%, and the third one is 100%. Now here the 0%, we require the position, background position is 0% and 50%. Background position 0% and 50%, and 50% for the background position is 100% and 50%. Here you can change the positions when depends on your output. Until you get satisfied, you can change the background position. Again 0% and 50%. That's it. Now here again I'm explaining. In the body I have added some animation background colors. These colors will animate in the 45 degrees like this way, like horizontal, not horizontal or vertical. It will go the cross way 45 degrees. And background size is, this is the background size 400%, and I have created the animation with keyframes for every 10 seconds, infinity loop. The colors will change. Now we require this container dot container text align is center. Margin top is, I want to display exactly the center of this text will be center, margin top. You can set this margin top depend on the where you want. You can keep the margin top. Again, what else we have? We have H1 here. Let's add that one. H1 header tag font size I'm adding 20 pixels, and countdown. This is very important. Here the ID I'm adding, so we need to add hash countdown between curly brackets. I'm adding the font size is 24 pixels, font size is 25 pixels, let's add 25 pixels, margin top 20 pixels. So after the p tag it will give some margin around 20 pixels, then this div container will display. And what else here? What else we have? Here we have the countdown timer. This one. Countdown timer is there. So come here. Hash countdown timer. Display inline block. Display inline block. And background color. What I'm adding here, let's add the background color is this only. Background color, I'm adding some animation to this countdown time span IDs, span element also. So the same animation I'm adding here, this one 45 degrees. So we'll check, if it doesn't look, we can change the styles also, infinity. And the color of the text is white because it's all the background color is white, is dark color, so I'm adding the white color. Padding is 15 pixels, text align center. Margin, let's add the margin 5 pixels. Border radius is 5 pixels. Yeah, that's it. We have done the complete coding part. We have the styles, we have the div container with the launching soon text and the countdown timer of the number of days, hours, minutes and seconds. This is the JavaScript functionality. Now let's save this file. We'll check the final output of our application. To check the final output, we need to open the file explorer. Let's open that one. The folder I have created in the E drive, the folder name is the JavaScript tutorials, and the file name is what is the file name? Launching website page soon. So L means, yeah, here is our file name. Let's open that one. And here we got the final output of our application. The span IDs also is mixed here. So we'll change, come to the bottom here. See here in the minutes we got the extra thing M. So everything is looking good. Launching soon. H1 launching soon. Let's add the increase the font size is 50. This is the countdown timer. Let's add the border style here. Border 1 pixel, solid black color, different color. So instead of red, I'm adding yellow here, green here, yellow. Instead of yellow, I'm adding blue. This one is pink. Now we'll check file, save. Let's reload the browser. Hash countdown time. See, this is the class dot. We have to add the dot. It's not ID, it's the class. That's the reason this functionality is not working. Now it will work, I think so. Now let's save this file. We'll check the final output of our application. I'm reloading the browser. And here we got the, let's add this one also. background color H1, color text is white, and let's remove this horizontal. We don't require this horizontal layer. Instead of H1, I'm adding H3, this one H3, H3 is equals to color white. Let's save this file. We'll check the final output of our application. I'm reloading the browser, and here we got the final output of our application. Notice the launching soon web page. Notice the background color is as some animation here. The keyframes is changing different colors, as well as if you notice in the span also, the animation is changing, the span colors also. See, and the launching soon, the date we have added on. This is the date. What is the date? This is the date we have added. So from that date to the current date, it calculated to 56 days, 18 hours, 23 minutes and 34 seconds. We are launching a new stunning website. That's it. In this video tutorial, I have explained how to create a stylish launching soon page using a JavaScript and CSS styles. Thanks for watching this video tutorial. Please subscribe, share and leave your valuable comment. We'll catch you in my next video tutorial.